It's exactly a minute on to the hour of 11 o'clock inside of the studios of Classic 105.5 and 105.9. We want to say good morning to you wherever you are listening to, those of you here at home across the region and other parts of the world. And a special good morning to those of you that's just joining us on television. That's via GBN Channel 7 and Channel 11, Channel 20 if you are on cable, or you're following us via the World Wide Web at www.gbn.gd, via our YouTube page or our Facebook channel. Welcome to another edition of the Mid-Morning Buzz with your boy JC right here. And it's Friday. Yeah, just a couple hours before the lockdown. And guys, keep in mind, you know, it is No Movements Friday. It is weekend. It is also month end. So please plan. You know what? I see guys, you know what, 5 minutes ministers to 5. They are going breakneck speed. Where you going? Curfew. Like seriously? You knew the curfew was 5 o'clock when long before you wake up. It was announced weeks ago. So don't guys, plan. Avoid the unnecessary rush. We keep hearing of fatalities on the road, injuries on the road. A lot of them, while yes, there are accidents, they honestly can be avoided. Let's do our part to do that. COVID-19 is an ever-present threat. Let's play our part. I did say to you that at the top of the hour we'll be linking up with our friends, some wonderful friends down settled on the Calivini Main Road. Premium Auto Services, and believe me, as the name suggest these guys, they are a cut above the rest. You know, a local Palatine say they're bad. You know, good how we have our own lingo. When we say they're bad, you mean they're good like that. And I want to say good morning and welcome to Joel and Alex. Good morning to you, gentlemen. How are you?
Good morning. I'm fine, and you, just
Wonderful. It's good to have you guys on the program this morning. We're just going to chit chat and get the public up to speed on exactly who you are. Right. So I'm going to start with you, Joel, because certainly we're not going to assume that everybody knows about Premium Auto Service. So tell us, you opened a few months ago. Let's talk about the business end of it, the back end. What is Premium Auto Services, and what do you do there? Joel?
We provide high quality service.
Oh, hold on. How close are you guys? Are you guys sitting right next to each other? I'm getting feedback somewhere. So maybe...
Yes.
No, Alex, stay where you are. I'm just trying to figure out where am I getting the feedback from. Yes, go ahead.
That's better?
Okay, that's better. Yes, go ahead.
Yeah. So at Premium Auto, we provide high quality service to the general public. Right. We have lots of modern tools and equipment to make that service easier and faster to the general public. In terms of vehicle services, all right, we have a machine that scan your vehicles. We also do wheel alignments. All right, we do transmission, flush, and full auto tune-ups.
So I think it is safe to say, Joel, that if you're out there, Premium Auto Services is a client's one-stop. You make one stop and you offer everything that a client would possibly need when it comes to the service and maintenance of the vehicle. Is that a fair enough assessment?
Yes. It's a one-stop auto shop. A complete service of your vehicle. We do at Premium Auto.
Let me ask you though, because we're in the midst of COVID, and COVID becomes a part of the conversation, and we're very certain that at Premium Auto Services that you do go over and beyond to ensure that protocols are followed and all the such like.
Yes, you do. So when it comes, they have the book there where you enter your name, your address, your phone number, you sanitize, and all protocols are in place. You need to wear a mask to enter, and so forth.
Okay. So, folks, in case you're just joining us, that's the man Joel Mahon. He's one of the directors of Premium Auto Services. But one of the guys that you would deal with on a regular basis, is the man Alex, he's the man that has the responsibility. So Joel pays him. He gets the work done with his team on a day. You see how Joel smiles? It's not hard to know who's the boss, right? You see how I say pays and Joel starts to smile, and then Alex starts to talk. Alex, good morning to you. Joel hinted to the fact that you offer a number of services at Premium Auto Services, a wide selection. Let's talk about, I know one of the services that you offer is that of wheel alignment. And persons are probably thinking, and Joel, do me a favor while Alex is speaking, if you could mute your mic for me. Right. Yes, Joel, wheel alignment, we hear about it. And persons are probably asking, well, because most persons, when it comes to the vehicle, they probably figure, I change the tires, I put gas in it, I make sure the windscreen, the wipers are working, but they don't worry about a whole lot of things. But we keep hearing about wheel alignment as one of the premium services that you offer. What is a wheel alignment?
All right. Good morning again. So, let's say briefly, wheel alignments comprise of triangles. All right. These are the triangles that keeps your vehicle straight on the road. It's important that you do a wheel alignment after the changing of tires or so, all right? It's important that you at least check your alignment twice a year. Wheel alignment is very important to the vehicle. It keeps you stable, it's also fuel efficient, and it keeps you safe on the road. It saves you on tire wear, all right? So that's one of the most important aspects of it, because we're living in a very economical time these days. Tires are very expensive, and we should try our best to save on our tires as much as possible. So getting a wheel alignment done can give you at least 6,000 or 8,000 miles extra on that tire.
Okay.
Right?
You talked about keeping your balance. I mean, and let's make it, because we want to be able to talk to the users. What will a road user, what would the experience be like for a person who has whose vehicle is properly aligned, as compared to another whose vehicle isn't, in terms of the experience, how the vehicle feels on the road, the driving experience? Let's talk about that. If you could compare and contrast.
All right. Well, we're going to compare and contrast, and I'm going to give you my own personal reflection here too. All right. Before I was fully knowledgeable about alignment, all right, there is something called, that's the toe aspect. That's what most people are accustomed to. They go to get the alignment done and they do just toe in, toe out. Alignment is much more than toe in and toe out, all right? So a vehicle that is not properly aligned, you can find it pulling you on the road, pulls you to the side, or you're cornering and you're feeling the vehicles like you're like a chipping over. They want to tip over with you. All right? Getting a vehicle correctly aligned will be one of the most, how could I put it? Like back to baby days, smoothest vehicle you'll ever find on the road. It'll be very easy to drive. You'll enjoy driving your vehicle. Sometimes it has GSI, sometimes I pass my home. Because I enjoy driving my car so much now because it's perfectly aligned.
I hope it's not because you have other intentions while you're passing your home.
Well, the other intention is that I probably drive up the road to look for new customers also.
I like that. But you talk, Alex, about the vehicle pulling, and as a mechanic, as a driver yourself, put it in control, because ever so often we hear about accidents. accidents.
Right.
Our terrain, it has a lot of turns and twists and curves. You're going over the hills and all of those sort of things. Talk about that experience when a vehicle is not aligned and how easy it can become susceptible, especially sometimes when persons, we tend to, while we don't have the roads for it, and it's not really encouraging, but sometimes, you're trying to get from point A to point B, and I'm getting the sense that a vehicle that's not properly aligned can easily become a victim of a vehicular road accident.
All right, so in this aspect here, you will have when you have your wheels pointing in a straight ahead direction, the vehicle will roll perfectly fine. But when you have the wheels like facing each other like this, it's struggling to move.
Right.
So it's easy for this vehicle to have a tip over accident. Based on certain curve that it hits, you'll see the vehicle flip immediately. That's because of the wheels not tracking straight.
Right.
All right?
And at least if I can go back to my days in school, physics, of course, if you're hitting the brake, you're trying to apply the brake on your vehicle because the wheels are aligned in a specific direction. The force takes you in one direction. Unlike if you have one going left, one going right, then it destabilizes the vehicle. And even its momentum, its ability to stop, that becomes compromised.
That's right.
Okay.
That's right.
You said
Right in physics.
You see, I'm telling you, little did we realize,
Yeah.
There's nothing new under the sun, Joel. I mean, and I brought that into perspective because sometimes there are young people out there and they're trying to figure out career-wise. They might be home now listening and they're trying to figure out career-wise. And you ask them, what do I want to be? And you probably even say mechanic. They're probably thinking mechanic. Well, gee, all I see is those guys getting oil under the fingernail. But you realize that in the line of work that you do, there is also potential career opportunities as well, isn't there?
Yep, there is.
Joel?
There is.
Yes. And as we are in the alignment, I must say that since we opened for the past 3 months, we have customers that came back and said they are saving a lot on fuel. The tires are cutting even. The vehicle are riding smoother, and they are saving on tires. All right, so aligning the vehicle is very, very important.
As you mentioned, the vehicles, how it's cutting. I guess that would explain why you see vehicles and you look at the tires and it's cutting on the inside. You've seen wires exposed on one side, but the other side, and you ask yourself, well, okay, well, how are they managing this? I guess that would be a direct influence of the vehicle that is not aligned properly.
Aligned properly, yes.
That's right.
So there's the issue of saving on your tires. That's one immediate saving. What are some of the other savings that is that a driver can realize? Fuel. Explain to me the fuel. They have fuel component.
Yes, you get more mileage on your fuel, and I have proven that on my vehicle. We have aligned it, and I used to be getting like 1 week service in the fuel. Now I'm getting 2 weeks since I aligned the vehicle.
Right. And
so, not only me, customers came back and told us that they are saving a lot on fuel.
I guess a lot of people, they and because Joel, we talk about it being difficult economic times, and one of the things I guess you would want to impress on people that a wheel alignment and some of the other services that we're going to talk about, that it should not be seen or treated as an expense, but should more or less be seen as an investment in your vehicle.
Right.
Yes,
That's right.
savings. Yes. And the alignment, it starts at 190.
190.
Yes.
Well, I was holding my breath to ask you the price, because I was saying to myself, "What boy, with that kind of savings those fellas get into that price is going to blow me out." Because I have a car that I've been mining for the last for the year. I said I was going to clear it for Christmas, but I was thinking if you had to get a vehicle online, so $190, and it saves you on tires, saves you on fuel. It seems like a reasonable economic investment in your motor vehicle.
Yes.
And
it saves you a lot.
And I'm assuming that a wheel alignment becomes even more so for persons who use the road on a frequent basis. I mean, while it's probably everybody needs to, but you're looking at persons, especially bus drivers, bus owners who are on the road every day, plying the routes up and down and everything. I mean, I'm assuming that's a $190 investment. Starting at $190, that's an investment that you would encourage each and every bus owner, road user to make the sacrifice and get done.
Yes, of course. And we are appealing to not only bus owners, but general public road users to align their vehicles. It's worth it. You will see the benefits of aligning the vehicle.
And you say you do an alignment, Alex, at least twice a year?
Yeah. At least get it checked at least twice a year.
Well, I mean...
Because our roads here are not of 100% condition good, but we have some potholes. Sometimes, once you hit a pothole, that alignment could go off.
Right.
So it's always, it's always good to check your alignment.
15 minutes gone past the hour of 11 o'clock. For those of you that just chiming in, you're probably listening to us via radio, television, Facebook, or YouTube. We're speaking here with the experts inside of Premium Auto Services, Director Joel Mahon and Alex Licorish. They know everything that you can possibly think about when it comes to auto repair, and open just about 3 months now, and they offer a one-stop shopping experience. So we've been talking about wheel alignments, but that's just the tip of the iceberg, Alex, in terms of the services that you offer. Let's talk about some of the other services and how you can the benefits that customers can realize. Because at the end of the day, what we want to be able to show customers is, listen, when you go to Premium Auto Services, you do a wheel, you do an alignment, you do a transmission flush, something else. It helps your vehicle ride smoother. It's helping you to save. Let's talk about some of the other services that you offer.
All right. Well, one of our most important services that we offer here also is the general service, general maintenance of your vehicle. All right. A lot of people, so some people tell me they service their vehicle only once a year, which is totally not right. All right. Manufacturers recommend that you service your vehicle every 3,000 miles if it's in miles, or every 5,000 kilometers if it's in kilometers. All right. So basically, if you are road user every day, that should amass you to about 3 months. So let's say every 3-4 months you do a service. You bring your vehicle to the garage, you get your oil change, and do a general service, check your brakes, and so on. Periodically, maintenance can save you a lot on the road. It can keep you away from accidents also. Your vehicle is frequently checked.
Let us try to help some road users, because you guys will both know, Alex and Joel, that you're saying every 3,000 miles, 5,000 kilometers. There are probably some people decided to have no clue what you're talking about. All they know is that I drive from Grenville to St. George every day. So let's try to fashion it in their head that way so that they don't have to worry about it. So let's assume I buy a brand new vehicle, because possibly if you get so you buy a vehicle. Let's say you bought it, there was 10,000 miles on it, okay? So let's talk about that. How long? So I live at Grenville, because you're the expert. So I bought a vehicle, 10,000 miles was already done on it. I'm driving from Grenville to St. George every day. How long? Because some people they can't even figure it out. So I buy it, seems all good. Talk to me about when should I start considering, at least, given that I apply that route every day, when should I at least start to think in my head that I need to do a general checkup?
All right, so first thing, you bring it to the garage one time so you can have a first hand of where your car is. You bring it one time to us, and then we will provide your vehicle with a service sticker. All right? So we'll put that service sticker in your vehicle. So you'll see the mileage. We'll do the calculation of the mileage, what it should be for the next service, along with the month. So from today's date, 1st of October, we'll go to the 1st of December, 3 months. All right? And then we'll calculate the mileage, so you'll have a range. So you'll know exactly at what timing you should bring the vehicle in.
I would assume that doing a regular checkup is as important, even when it comes to our bodies, us as human beings. Joel, you keep hearing about being proactive and taking care of your health. And our medical practitioners, they encourage us ever so often to just go by the doctor and get a checkup. And it would seem foolhardy that you spend, let's say, $150,000 on your brand new fancy ride, or whether it's $40,000 you take as a loan. It would make sense, Joel, that ever so often you know what's happening with that vehicle, so that you can be proactive and maybe avoid something that may probably cost you more in the long run.
That's right.
Yes. And your vehicle is an investment. All right? Lots of people don't see it as an investment. Just like buying a piece of land or owning a house. All right? Your vehicle is an investment also. So you have to take care of it. And for your investment to last you, you have to protect it. You have to service it. You have to bring it to premium auto to get service. All right? You don't want your investment to be going bad. All right? So maybe in the next 5 years, it's a brand new vehicle. And you pay like 120,000 PC for it. You don't want to be selling it for $20,000. You understand? So you have to maintain it to get value for it.
And that is an important point you just made, Joel, because a lot of time vehicle owners don't think about that. So in your mind, I want to keep my vehicle for 5 years, because people normally laugh. They say when they look at the quality of vehicles on the road in Grenada, they said it's no way possible that anybody in Grenada catching an nene. They say life in Grenada is nice. But it's a valid point you make. If you start thinking, I bought my vehicle for $120,000, I want to sell it 5 years from now, what is the best value I can get for it? It means that over that period, you want to be able to make an investment that reduces on the overall depreciation of the vehicle.
Yes.
Taking the vehicle to premium auto services for your regular checkups is an important way of ensuring that you can maintain on the value and what you get out of it.
Yes, and it also reduces long-term costs on the vehicle also. So regular checks reduce long-term costs. So the longer you take to service the vehicle, it will cost you more. So the more you come, the more regular, like every 3 months you come to service, it saves you more money.
Alex, give me a case, create a case to me, a practical example, because I know when it comes to spending money, all of us as human beings, whether it's not on a vehicle, whether it's on your home, so you have your house, you see water starts to leak, you tell yourself, boys, let me just go up and patch the hole, and you leave that for another 6 months, and then you realize, well, hold on, it starts to leak again. with your vehicle, give me a case in point, a practical example of a problem that can be picked up in its early stages, dealt with, if not addressed, can 6 months down the line, a year down the road, put you in some really, really serious expense. Give me a typical example.
All right, I'm going to use bricks because it's very critical.
Right.
All right. Some people will go in and they will look at their bricks and they will say, look, I have bricks there that can last me at least another month. But true in fact, it could last them another month, but they got caught up doing some extra driving. The bricks went down on them without them even thinking about it. It touches the router. So where you have to just buy a brick pad, you have to go buy bricks and routers. All right?
Right.
And this is bricks. Sometimes we take a lot of chances with stuff in vehicles that we shouldn't be taking chances with. You see the brakes is at least 15% low, 10% low, you change it out. Don't wait until you hear metal and metal rushing and then you say it's finished. That's dangerous.
And not just dangerous to the vehicle itself in terms of the cost, but as a road user. I mean, you literally put in yourself and scores of other Grenadians at risk, all because you don't see the need to take your vehicle to Premium Auto Services and make an investment and just do a regular check.
That's right. That's right. You could, even with the suspensions also, you'll be telling them that, look, your shocks is bad, sir. And they will say, leave it as it is still. We'll hold on for another 3 months. And when you come back in the next 3 months, I'll have to tell you that your suspension parts are bad, your bushings and so on is worn due to bad shocks. There is nothing to absorb the ride because the shocks is bad.
Right.
All right. So the bushings will be banging against the roads. So therefore, we have the bushings worn in a way, shocks worn, and then you have a big bill is coming at you now because you have to buy shocks, you have to buy bushings to repair this vehicle, and there's a huge bill that's going to be coming at you.
And I think nothing freaks you out, not just with a vehicle, but even us in terms of our bodies. You go by the doctor and you're probably thinking, Joel, you know what? It's just a little problem I have with X, Y, and Z. Nothing, just a checkup. And when you go by the doctor says to you, well, boy, X bad, B bad, C bad, D halfway loose, X actually hanging out, and then you send them all, oh my word. It's the same with your vehicle. You go to check one, and then you get to realize because of you not taking regular maintenance of your vehicle, you then get to realize that it would have been better if I visit Premium Auto Services, let's say, every 3 months. I pay them whatever I have to pay them, than me deciding once a year, and then you realize, wow, those are scenarios, gentlemen, that can't be avoided.
Yes. So regular checks every 3 months saves you a lot.
We're keeping our eyes on the clock, 27 minutes onto the hour. For those of you that's probably just joining us, I'm speaking here with Alex and Joel from inside of Premium Auto Services, located on the Calavini main road. You probably wanted Premium Auto Services, Well, if you haven't heard them today, I suggest you remember them. Here's what, and you're home and you have nothing to do, give them a call and just ask them, check them out, 439-4000. Give them a call. Yeah, and don't ask for Joel and Alex because they are talking to me now. Yeah, they'll tell you that they're not available. But they have a wonderful, well-trained staff that's available to answer all your motor vehicular needs. Guys, we're getting ready to wrap up the conversation, but it's a conversation that is going to be ongoing. Let me ask you, for persons that's listening, what are some of the regular tips, starting with you, Joel? What are some of the tips, and then I get to you, Alex, that you would give to road users, general everyday tips that would seek to help them keep the vehicle in proper working condition? Joel?
Yeah, on a daily basis, you need to check your oil levels. You need to check your tire pressure this is very, very, very important. All right? You need to check your water level in your radiator. Lots of people just jump in the vehicle and just start the vehicle on a morning and just go. All right? This is a very, very bad practice. You need to do the basic checks on a daily basis. If you can do it, you can start my premium bottle and we will do all of this for you.
Alex, put into perspective for me, because you're the man that the clients would see when they come. The three things that Joel just pointed out. Put into perspective the importance of it and how it keeps your vehicle running. So Joel says every morning, first check your oil.
That's right.
Check your tire pressure. Check the water levels in your radiator. What is the importance of all three of those? Oil, the right tire pressure, and the water level in your radiator.
All right. So we're gonna start with the oil. Okay. It's very important to check your oil every day on your vehicle. It can save you a whole engine. All right. So you'll pick up on if you have an oil leak. So then you know your oil is running low. You have an oil leak, get it to the garage to get checked out. All right. If you don't check on it, the oil runs low in the engine can get damaged. You'll damage your bearings and so on. Your crankshaft can get damaged. All right. So it's always important to check your oil. It saves your engine.
Let me ask you, a bottle of oil is how much?
Well, we have the mobile brand here. We have a bottle for like $16.
Hold on, $16. An engine is how much?
Yeah.
How much in the vehicle engine?
Well, it depends on what engine you're looking for, because we have a lot of brands of vehicles here on island.
Give me one. Give me one. Anyone.
So I'm gonna get. Well, we have a lot of RAV4s running on the road. You'll find a RAV4 engine maybe for about $2,800.
Okay, keep quiet. Right. I just want us to do the math. So for $16, you may as well stop at Premium Auto Services, spend the $16 to top up on the oil, or you can just decide, you know what, I have a $3,000 to buy a RAV4 engine. Okay, good. So we talk about that. So that's the oil.
And that's just to buy the engine.
That's just to buy the engine, not the install.
Install and so forth.
Oh God, Papa, but you hear problems then, boy. You want to give me a heart attack. So we've talked about the oil. Let's talk about, before we wrap, tire pressure. What's the importance of ensuring that your vehicle has the right tire pressure?
All right. So the importance of tire pressure here again, the main importance for me is fuel consumption. All right. Once you have soft tire pressures, you tend to burn more fuel because the vehicle has more lag. There's more work to be done there to spin those soft tires. All right.
Right.
Another aspect of it, you can find your tires cutting on the inside and the outside walls once you run soft tire pressures. So it's always important to have specific tire pressures. The vehicles has their specification on them. We work with the vehicle specification for the tire pressure, so it's always important to check them.
Always important to check. And the water in the radiator.
Well, here again, we back to the engine again. You can, with low water in the system or your water leaks, you can lead to blowing off your head gasket. Your engine head gasket, you can blow off a radiator, top tank. All right? So you can do a lot of damages with no water in the system. So it's important to check the water. Have your cooling system on par, or else the vehicle will be overheating on you.
Folks, you don't have to take my word for it. And if JC told you all of that, you're probably going to be like, yeah, right, Joe ain't no head from your tail. That's why I didn't tell you. I brought my wonderful friends, the experts from Premium Auto Services on the Calavini Main Road, so that they can tell you. For those of you that's wondering, this is not a one-off conversation. You'll be hearing more from Joel, more from Alex as time progresses. So at least you'll keep in your back of your mind. But what do you need to remember? If you're looking for quality auto repair service, just keep the number in mind: 439-4000. And if by chance you can't remember, call JC and say, JC, listen, remember those guys you were talking about down in Calavini Main Road? I need to get a hold of them. Trust me, I know how to find them. I will literally get a hold of them for you. Each and any one of them. Whether it's Alex or Alvin or Joel, any one of them, I will get a hold of them for you. Gentlemen, I appreciate the time. It is well spent. I'm going to give you 30 seconds each to give me some parting words.
Okay, I'd just like to reiterate to the motoring public that your vehicle is an investment. Just like owning a house or buying a piece of land. All right? And you need to protect that investment. So you need to bring a vehicle at Premium Auto Services, your one-stop auto care. All right? We will keep your vehicle safe. All right? We will maintain the value. All right? We will maintain the value of that vehicle. All right? We are located on Cali Main Road, 439-4000. Email info@premiumauto.gd. Our friendly staff are awaiting you. So, once again, thanks so much for following us on your program.
Thank you, Joel. That's Joel Mahon, director, one of the directors at Premium Auto Services. Alex, 30 seconds. Parting words from you.
All right, JC, I just want to say thank you to GBN. Thank you for having us here this morning. I want to say a special thank you to all the customers that came to Premium Auto Services so far. I really appreciate what y'all came here and render your services to us. You know, we took care of you all as best as we can, and we look forward to taking care of the whole grade if we get the chance to. We take it bit by bit, and we're going to take care of you all. Thank you to everyone that supports us. All right, we are here for you. We are here to support you. Let's work together and make the automotive industry a more friendly industry and a more profitable industry for everyone, customer and consumer.
Indeed, you sounded almost like a politician if I didn't know better. And that's the man, Alex, speaking to you straight from the heart. Alex and Joel out of Premium Auto Services. Grenada, reminding folks they are located on the Calavini Main Road. You don't want to miss it. Give them a call at 439-4000. Or, of course, you can send them an email at info@premiumauto.gd. Peace and love, guys. All the best to you. We'll link up with you and we'll do this another time and place. All the best. Remind you, folks, your vehicle is an investment. Certainly. Why not? If you make an investment, then you probably don't want to make sure you get a lot on your returns. Not today, but tomorrow. All the best to you. JC loves you. It is Friday. Reminding you at the top of the hour is going to be the midday edition, a production of our News and Current Affairs Department. We'll take a quick commercial break. For those of you that is on television, though, this is where I say goodbye to you. I send you back to studio control for your regular programming. For those of you that's on radio, of course, my journey continues with you up until the next 10 minutes or so. And at the top of the hour again, it's going to be the midday edition. Have a great one. JC loves you. Quick commercial break.
All right.